everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing a little project share showing the 4x4 notebooks that I created using some Echo Park paper. So one of my very good friends, her oldest daughter asked for one of the Adoration notebooks and I wanted to make sure that the siblings weren't left out. So I ended up making two 4x4 little notepads for the two middle kids to utilize. She's got two more littles as well, but I wanted to make sure that the other two definitely did not feel left out when I gave the oldest the Adoration notebook. So I decided to just create these little notepads. They're really good for little kids. They're nice. They're small enough for an adult hand, but like they're the good size for little kids. So these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and the inside pages are all 4x4. They are the little cinch bound notebooks that I make, and then they fit these small pens just perfectly. Like these were absolutely made for it, and I don't even need to use one of the paper clips as well. I like putting it on the little ring, this pen over here. I do really like the paper clips, but I did notice that the paper clips work better on anything that I have laminated versus these like cardboard backed cinch bound ones, because it will kind of leave an indentation. So I decided to just add the pen right here on the side. So the two pads of paper that I used were David and Goliath, and then Noah's Ark. So these, I just had the 6x6 pads. I do not have the 12x12. I did not have the sticker sheets. So I was just kind of using up what I had in these two paper pads. They both come with 24 double-sided pages. And then I just used some like basic white cardstock that I had to cover the little notepads. But you get the 24 sheets. It does repeat itself quite a lot. And then you end up getting a few sheets that are cut apart. So I was really glad about that. I do think there's more cut aparts in the David and Goliath collection than in the Noah's Ark collection, but I just went with what I had and kind of made it work. And it's a really cute collection. Like I said, I didn't get the stickers or the 12x12. Maybe in the future I will, but right now I'm just kind of utilizing what I already had. And then here's the Noah's Ark. And you can see I kind of even cut apart some of the cut aparts as well. It does come with some cards and it comes with some bigger ones. So obviously this one did not work in a 4x4 setting, but it would work really cute in a like 6x6, maybe mini album or a larger notepad as well, or just scrapbooking. So Echo Park paper, love Echo Park paper. Really good, high quality paper. And like I said, they're double-sided and they kind of repeat the patterns. So that was nice. And it's 65-pound cardstock. So a nice thickness, but not too thick to make these little books too bulky. So I think I'm going to start with the Noah's Ark one. So this one was intended for a little girl. So this one I tried making a little more feminine, even though, you know, Noah's Ark theme can be for any gender, absolutely. But I wanted to make the cover a little more girly because she is quite a girly little girl. So this one just has a quote from Genesis. And then I did put a prayer card in both of them, and I just randomly picked prayer cards for them as well. So this one, I just backed one of the little cut aparts. So it's just on the colored paper. She gets Our Lady of Guadalupe in hers. And essentially I made them exactly the same. There is a pocket. All of these little dividers are pockets. And then I put one of the little cut aparts. I cut it into a banner and put it on there. I did use the cross paper clips I had and just added some ribbon from my stash on there that kind of matched it. And then I did add the little cut aparts into the pockets and I rounded the corners. So for these particular little 4x4 notebooks, I decided to do one section of lined paper. And I did notice that my lined paper or my lined index note cards, some of them are wide rule and some of them are college rule. So I went with the wide rule since these are younger kids. And then I gotta take the pen out. It works better if the pen's out. And then here's another cut apart. And just This section is the thicker cardstock. I believe it's the 110-pound cardstock from Michaels. So I used the thicker cardstock. So I gave them a section to write and a section to kind of doodle or draw. And then here's that last one. A cute little cut apart. So it's Noah and his little family. And then the lined paper. And then in the back, same thing. I made the pockets the same on each side, and then just backed one of these cut aparts on another piece of paper. And then grabbed a pen that I thought looked good with it. And then here is David and Goliath. So this one is made for her brother. Take out the pen so this can lay flat. This one had more cut aparts and more cut aparts that I could use in this smaller 4x4 setting. So I ended up using one where it's just the cut apart, and then I turned one into kind of like a little book. So I thought that was just kind of cute. Never done that before in any of these little 4x4s, but I thought it was kind of cute. And mainly I wanted to kind of jazz it up a little bit more just because there are no stickers, there are no ephemera. It's just a 6x6 sheet with some cut aparts. So I wanted to kind of use what I had, but maybe in a different way. And then I used the same cross paper clip and then some ribbon from my stash. And same thing, I just used the cut aparts. For his, I made them tickets and then I rounded the corners on the other one. For some reason, tickets just seem a little more masculine and the round just seemed a little more feminine, I guess, but it really doesn't matter. And then same kind of concept or design. I did the line paper. And here's another one of those cut aparts. And maybe it was really, I think I went Noah's Ark for more feminine and the David and Goliath because just the cut aparts were a little more masculine and the color pattern was a little more masculine as well. So this one that's the 110-pound cardstock that he can color or doodle on, or if they have stickers at home, they can definitely stick stickers on there. And here is this one. And then lined paper, and then the back. And I gave him a St. Michael's prayer card. And then same thing, one of these little cut aparts left alone. And then this, it really does look like a little book. It looks almost like it's either going to be a little Bible adventure book or like a little Bible comic book. It kind of turned out really cute. I think just because the way these are, they're not, I don't know, they're kind of scaled down to like being like a 3x4, but a scaled down version. So to me, it just screamed book. And then on the back, I just added a piece of the pattern paper to the back of both of them. Kept them pretty simple. And again, made them very similar, just used the two different paper packs. And obviously I got tons of paper left over. I got tons of cut aparts left over. I could make a couple more of these easily. And I could even switch it up where, you know, the title could be different, or even that could be on a title, or I could cut this part out and, you know, put that on there as well. So these little books are super fun to make as well. And I was able to use my cinch, and I did use the gold, and I do believe this is the 5/8 inch of the wire that I used. I'm not exactly sure. It's definitely not the 1 inch one, because the 1 inch is way too big for this type of book. So I used the smaller one that I had in my stash, but I used the same gold in both of them. And then again, just used some ribbon for my stash that coordinated with it. And I think they both turned out really cute, and I'm very excited to give them as their gifts. So I hope that this inspired you guys to be creative, to maybe use some paper packs that you've been having lying around for a while, or if you have a cinch machine or even a bind-it-all machine that's just been kind of collecting dust, to get it out and use it again, because these are super fun to make, very easy. The chipboard is literally, it's just chipboard I had from my stash. And I mean, you can even use cereal boxes if you want it to be a little more sturdy. Just cut the box out 2 or 3 times and glue it together before you cover it. The binding process is super easy. You just have to think about it kind of backwards. And I mean, essentially when you bind something, you're binding it this way. So when you're putting it in your machine, you want to make sure that your mind is going, okay, it's the back. I need to see my cover facing me and the back cover the way I would see it when I open a book. So that's probably the only thing, but once you get a hang of it and you start making a whole bunch of these, it just becomes second nature. So thanks again so much for joining me. Happy crafting, and I will see you all next time.